Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you a very big project I decided to do in Plain Crazy. So you might remember the last video, not the last video, but a video I did on this ginormous tank with a gun that could shoot out. So it was a very big, very bulky, more of like a box tank. It was gray and it had a big gun. So at the end of the video and stuff, you'll see that video there. So yeah, today I'm going to be showing you this tank I made in Plain Crazy. It is a German super heavy tank and it's the largest tank of World War II. It's called the Mouse Tank. Now, just to give you an idea of the weight, the thing weighs a whopping 175 tons, which is ridiculous. Average cars weigh like around 2 tons, but the mouse is like 175 tons, which is crazy. So let's go ahead and show it up here. Now, this project was to have like the biggest tank I could ever make, and I was like, mouse. Everybody's making the P1000 rate, but why not do the mouse? Now, this thing is a little insane, if I might tell you. The front itself looks gigantic, but you have to zoom out. Now what's with this double barrel? I'll show you in a minute, but this is my mouse tank. Now it's ridiculous, just the size of this thing. Here's a comparison of me sitting next to this crazy thing. And just for another comparison, here is so first, see this? This is my mouse tank. You see this really big tank? Take this, and then here is and I did a video on this. Here is the fox for comparison. It's like a medium shaped animal I did in Plain Crazy. Now this compared to the mouse, which is ridiculous. Right here you can just see the size. Now, as you might notice, or you might not, I am in a VIP server from my awesome friend. And so that's the reason. It's because, well, usually to get as much as I want out of this tank, to have some fun with it, I'm gonna have to turn the quality all the way down, which is a pain. So instead I have it like this. And I went to a VIP server where it's calm, quiet, not only that, but it's way less lag free. So I thought it was the perfect place to make a video about this tank. So yeah, it has lots of details. And so now I'm going to show you the real thing, or at least a 3D model from an amazing website called TanksGG. Now this website, I'm not sponsoring it, by the way, I just love the website. It's for World of Tanks, a game. It's a tank game, honestly, and it has all kinds of models of tanks, literally. So, see this? You can click it right here, and you have the stats from it, the damage per minute, the damage per shot, the penetration. You have just everything, 1,500 health. Obviously, this is from a game. And it even shows you the depression and the elevation. It can go a max of 13 degrees up for elevation and 7 degrees down gun depression. Now, if we go to the 3D model, what is this? Well, this is collision, which means it shows you the armor of this. So you go here. This is 100 millimeters in the stuff that's flashing. So you see the things that are rapidly changing color, those are 100 millimeters thick. And then the stuff that's flashing, it's like the sides. The turret sides is the back. Yep. So basically all around side armor versus the back, and all around turret armor is 80 millimeters, as you can see right here. Now you can flash your mouse as if it's a gun, literally, from the Tiger, because it's comparing against itself. So this is what it would be like. You also have live, which shows you, yeah, this is very cool. It shows you if you had the same Tiger and you were going against this, you'll see what you'd be able to penetrate and not. Now, comparison, there are tons of tanks you can just compare it against. You can compare against the Tiger P, you can compare against the T-29, the Tiger 2H, that's weird. You can also compare against the IS-2M, the Black Prince, the IS, the IS-2. It's just many things you can compare. You can also switch to medium, tanks, T-34-1, the T-43, the Panther. That's enough about this Tiger. You also have visual, which just shows you the picture, and I think this looks awesome. Visual gets you all the looks. Now, I'm not here about the Tiger, I'm here about the mouse. And luckily we have it right here. We can go to 3D model, visual, and look at this thing. A ginormous piece of German engineering, which is crazy, honestly. If we go to collision, it goes up to 260 millimeters. The cheeks, the 260 millimeters. The 250 millimeters are like these weird sides. The all-around turret armor, except for the cheeks, is 110 effective armor when facing straight. Isn't 200 like the front? Yeah, 200 millimeters of the front. These are like millimeters. We could go to millimeters to inches right here. So we had what again for the front? 200 millimeters if you're facing it like this. 200 millimeters. And this is angle 2, which means it's actually more than 200. We look at here, what's it, the effective armor? 307 millimeters. Okay. 307. Imagine having to go through more than 12 inches of armor. Inches, like, you know, there are 12 inches in a ruler. Oh wow, that's a coincidence. So imagine having to go through like a brick of armor, like just like a slab of armor that was literally a ruler thick, and you had a gun, like, I don't know what gun, but you were testing it and trying to penetrate this thing, and having to go through a ruler of armor, that's ridiculous. This thing was virtually unpenetrable. Like, oops, I can simply reload this. Good. Yeah, and this is just crazy. This is the only thing. Okay, so the downside of this tank is the fact that there were only 2 produced, and they produced it too late, and it was too heavy, and it was too slow, and just this thing, although looks like an awesome beast, it just does not cut it. It's a waste to build. It was very, very slow, and was actually so slow it did not have the power of its own V8 engine. I mean, not V8. No, of course not V8. V12. Doesn't show the engine here, but oops. Cancel. Options. No. Anyways, it had a V12 engine, if I was pretty sure myself. And the engine wasn't even powerful enough, a V12, to turn this thing. It's just that big and heavy, it just could not turn it under its own power. With assistance, sure it can, but there were only 2 of these built on the end of the war, so they actually never saw action, and I was so disappointed. I was like, no, nobody actually ever got to see how powerful this thing was, like a mouse versus anything. but it didn't. It never saw action. So that's all for this. Let me go back to playing crazy. So now let's finally go ahead and test this thing. Oh, this is gonna be big. Oh, so every single wheel literally has a suspension sprocket to it. There's just so many. I'm gonna press free over here, and yep, this is a folding gun. The thing is so huge that my gun cannot fit on the perimeter of the plot. It has to fold. That's why it's not a. So, of course, in your average tank, the turret moves at whopping speeds of, I don't know. It's very slow, but then again, I made it slow so it would be accurate because, well, the thing is huge. Let's get rid of those. Good. The gun can also move up and down. Now it's limited right here, so I can turn the ridiculous turret to the side. And then you can see how much down it goes. It goes like this much down. The depression goes, which is nice. And this much elevation, so it's nice. Now this thing is, well, it's faster than other tanks because, well, here it is, and it's moving right now. It's going at about 190 miles per hour. I mean, not miles per hour. Okay, so I'm going to use speed, for instance. Now, you might be wondering, whatever is this? Because it's telling me if you would thought it was miles per hour. It's not, because we're not actually moving 70 miles per hour, barely covering any ground. And it's not kilometers per hour. It's actually blocks per second. So right now it's going about 190 blocks per second. Okay. Now another feature that I love about this tank is the fact that it can cross railroads like a boss. It's just crossing these train tracks like they're nothing, and usually most of my tanks, they get stuck on them. I can always demonstrate right here. What other tanks do I have? My main battle tank. Okay, so I'm not actually doing a video on this, it's just a demonstration. So as I bring this tank right here with its awesome sloping armor, it uses the same fabric wheels, so it has better traction, but it just can't go through these much. It's like it's having a struggle. You'd have to back it up and then go forward again. Or try to shake the tank like this so the wheels could get on. But anyways, that's really it for the mouse. Where is it? Yep, there it is. It's 2,192 blocks, which is really a good amount. Now, to be honest with you, we got to saw the exterior, or the outside of this thing. Now let's see what the inside looks like. So I'm gonna zoom in right here to first person, and as you can see right here, this is the driver's compartment. We have some handles right here that are horns. We also have some bar handles right here and a fire extinguisher for good measure. Now as we walk down here, I didn't want to add many interior parts because, well, hey, I could actually make this quality better for you guys. And that's better. I'm in a VIP server, it won't matter. So I didn't want to add much to the interior because it just caused more lag. Now, I thought it'd be fun to get everything I could to be German phrases. Now, I'm just using simple Google Translate for this. We have a TV right here, and we have ammunition compartments, but it's called munition. I don't know what it's called, okay, guys? But for anybody that's German out there, they'll know that this means ammo. This radio, I think, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I actually was surprised to find out it's the same thing as the English one. Now, this, I'm not gonna even pronounce it. I actually memorized what they mean. This one means kill everyone, I'm pretty sure. This one says Soviets are enemies. And this one is fight with no mercy, because, well, I'm pretty sure that's the German way. Then we have here, it's loud and my speakers are gonna have to lower that voice down. We have the rocket engines and the fuel tank. Now, what's with this ladder? It actually leads out of the engine, so there's an engine compartment, and I can go down this hatch. Now, what's with this ladder thing? Well, if you climb up the ladder, you'll actually go to the turret basket right here. Now, it's kind of a lot to look at, but here it is. These are the cheeks. As you can see, this is the amazing mechanism used to raise and lower the gun. This is the hatch for the sights. As you can see right here, I can climb out easy, but I can also get in fairly easy. Yup. We also have 2 hatches on the side to get out. One is over here. I climbed in wrong. Good, that's symmetrical. So one is over there. I just climbed out of that. There's also this. No, it's fine. So now the way I get on the turret is pretty simple. I just climb up here because it's wedges, slightly slanted. So I just get in the other hatch. Hopefully, just get in you. First person always works for these. Just jump. And someday, finally, right when I go to outer camera, it's pure coincidence. So anyways, that's that. This is the inside of the thing. I just slid off the turret basket. Now I have to climb aboard it again. So that's the turret basket. Now I actually want you guys to see something. So I need to go below to the interior. How do I do that? Yep, the ladder right here. There it is. Okay, you climb down here. The driver's seat. And this is not the driver's seat, but it's a pilot seat, so it'll work. So now where's the thing? Yep, you see here. Now as the turret moves, the ladder, you can see the basket literally moving, and the whole ladder, just everything is tilting. And it's just moving everywhere. Right now the turret basket should be, yep, it's pointing behind. It's good to see that. As you can see in the back right here, there's the fuel tank. Yeah, it was removed on this version mouse, but I just brought it here, and I also brought some ladders and just this. I'm not a fan of Nazi, but it's a German tank and it was made by the orders of Nazi, so I just put it there because, well, that's the origin of it, if nobody actually knowed. So we go inside the turret, and as you can see everything, and then I move the turret, the whole thing moves. Ooh, that's actually a really nice view. What if there, now you can see the gun, how the motors power it so it can go like that. You can see right here, the thing moves up and down. And yeah, that's really that. One more thing, this thing actually fires. You can just press it like that. It's the coaxial, I'm pretty sure it's called coaxial gun. I think it's a 75mm, I'm not sure, but I'll definitely know what millimeter this is. So it's a 128mm cannon that's armed on the mouse. See right here, this is 128mm long. 128, that's about 5 inches. Cool. 5 inches long. That's a nice reference. Now, that's it. I hope you like this video. My mouse tank. Bye.